Nice to meet you. High five. What the fuck?
He said, "What the fuck?" Even he thinks he's brain
Nice to
dead.
meet you. High five. What the fuck?
The guy's actually brain dead.
High five. What the fuck?
Guy is actually mentally ill, bro. What
Hi,
the
I'm
fuck
Saul,
is
I'm a
that?
professional chef, and this is my
He said, "What am I
$125
doing,
nachos
bro?"
ingredients.
Guy is high-fiving a dead
Hi, I'm
fish.
Lorenzo, and I'm a home cook, and these are my $13 nacho ingredients.
That is brain dead.
Let's do this. Here we go again.
$13.
I guess we're making chicken nachos.
Something smells funny. Hello, fishy.
The nachos that I was planning to make today, they were going to be
This guy
very
typed
special.
G
A
word
red snapper,
now.
aguachile,
Okay, you
nacho.
guys want to wait a video or like G word now? That's what, she got a Wagyu? The fuck? That's your A5.
Hi,
Nah,
I'm
that
King,
that's like
and
Australian
I'm
or
a professional
something.
chef at the Institute of Culinary Education. And in this box
That's
are all
Australian
my
Wagyu.
ingredients for a
Australian Wagyu?
pho.
Am I right? Come on.
Okay, teleported. Hi, I'm Gabby. I'm a home cook, and these are my $17 pho ingredients.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Where's the beef?
Bones, $130? It's the price per pound.
I guess I'm making a vegetarian pho today, and I'll make some good pho.
Wait, what? They got that from a grocery store? What kind of grocery store just has this? What the f... No, that's not that is not American Wagyu, bro. Look at it. American Wagyu is way less marbled than that, bro. I've had American Wagyu like over fucking... I've had a lot, bro. That's like some real ass shit, bro.
Per pound.
I guess I'm making a vegetarian pho today, and I'll make some good pho.
All right, so Chef King's recipe book here. This is the spiced beef stock pho with brisket, tripe Wagyu ribeye, and rice noodles topped with Thai basil, cilantro, and jalapeno. The longest title potentially ever in pro versus novice history.
So I was planning on making a spiced beef pho with brisket, Wagyu ribeye, tripe.
Which, for those of you who aren't aware, is cow's stomach.
Ew.
So.
People get freaked out, but I love tripe. You know, it's only the lining of your stomach, but it's good stuff. I had thin rice noodles and a ton of toppings. Scallions, Thai basil,
Like a bouquet.
yellow onion, cilantro, and jalapeno. And
A lemon.
hoisin sauce, sambal chili paste, and some fresh bean sprouts. For my broth, I had some flavorful beef bones,
Oh, it's heavy.
more yellow onions, garlic, and ginger.
Yay, love ginger.
I also had star anise, cinnamon sticks, black peppercorn, fish sauce, and palm sugar. I love
Star
pho. I love
anise.
my recipe.
There's
Why'd
star
you take it
anise?
away from me.
My version of pho was a little simpler
24
than this,
Minutes of
just a
Pride.
tad.
With Gabby's recipe, I have simpler ingredients.
This
Stuff
guy
your more.
Westbrick donated $5 and typed "for the boys ... and then typed the @ of her on Instagram or whatever the fuck that ad is.
Are likely to find
is
in your
actually
kitchen or
deadly.
your local grocery store.
It's very veg forward, vegetarian forward.
It's nice looking bok choy, shiitake mushrooms, rice noodles, veg stock in a box, tamari gluten-free soy sauce. Thanks for hooking me up with cinnamon sticks, star anise. Thank you. Bean sprouts. I love lime. Wish we were making margaritas, but an onion.
This is definitely like naughty pho. This is the pho that's gonna stick to your bones. We literally have bones.
Star
so.
anise. The fuck is star anise?
These ingredients might be simpler, but I think I could use my chef skills and make
Star
them much
anise,
better.
man.
If I had to guess, these ingredients probably cost
He said that's
21
proof
bucks?
Westbrook better than LeBron.
17. Okay.
I would say this costs $115.
Wait.
$135.
Oh, okay. Wait, never mind. Never mind.
Okay,
I was about to
this
say.
is
Never mind.
some fancy pho. Okay, and just a reminder to everyone, there is only ingredients listed, no instructions. I've definitely never cooked with
Yeah,
this.
what? That's A5. It's written down in the fucking notes. That's A5 Wagyu ribeye. Just like packaged like that. That means it came from a fucking grocery store.
Whole portion of the table before.
What kind of grocery store just has that, bro? Everyone was saying it was a butcher before. That's not a butcher, bro. A butcher would give it to you in like a brown package, like paper package, you know? It wouldn't be like just wrapped like this. That means this is just out for display. And you just pick it up and you fucking go out.
So, beef brisket, this lovely, beautiful cut of meat.
Wait,
Brisket.
Costco has Wagyu A5 Japanese? Maybe it has American Wagyu. There's no way Costco has A5 Japanese, bro.
So, beef brisket, this lovely, beautiful cut of meat.
It does? Ah, I'm going to Costco, bro. Fuck it.
Brisket comes from the front of the cow, like around the chest. It's something that has to be cooked for a long time.
Some tripe. This is definitely a first for me, so.
It's a muscle, it's just going back and forth. You want to take your time cooking that?
Ooh, this is that good stuff. The Wagyu ribeye. It's just all fat. It looks so.
Bro, people are saying fake Wagyu. Use your eyes, bro. What do you mean fake? Do you see that? Like, I've had, like, real ass A5 that I've ordered online, bro. It looks exactly like this, bro. It's the same shit.
So good. $85? Don't know what that means.
That's the highest grade of Wagyu you could get here in the US. So Gabby, please don't mess it up. Just sear that baby on both sides really quick, couple of minutes on each side. You want it rare in the middle. And when you plate your pho, that hot broth
So
is
if
going
you
to bring
pair
it
an
right back up to
A5 steak
temperature.
with
So I
A1
think for
sauce,
me,
is
the
it
biggest challenge is
A6?
going to be trying to figure out how to
Bro.
make a proper stock.
So I
Verdant.
sent Gabby a box of beef bones. Just roast those bones slowly, take your time.
Should we ban them or
So,
what?
Can I call Rose now?
Guys
time
like
for
Emily
that?
in my
Can we do that?
chat.
Hey, Gabby.
Hi, Rose.
Your hair looks great.
Thank you.
I like it short.
Little update. So we're making pho.
Ooh, yum. Your house is going to smell so fabulous.
For the stock itself, we will be using beef bones. I've never cooked with beef bones before, so this is new for me.
I would just roast on high heat for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. You're going to get really nice, rich, deep color, a fabulous, meaty, savory flavor profile. And then you're going to want to add them to a stock pot with some seasonings.
Alright,
Now,
no
have you-
one cares. No one
To
cares.
kill. I really love having her in my life. So without further ado, I think it's time to start cooking.
Okay, so yeah, the backbone of any pho
No, not
is
this
the broth.
music, bro.
Gabby sent me some boxed vegetable stock. I am going to fortify this veg stock
No,
with some
no.
other real vegetables that we're going to roast
Not again.
and really build up that flavor of that veg stock.
First things first, I have to roast these bones, yellow onions, this garlic, the ginger.
So in addition to my onion and my shiitake mushrooms, I'm going to use some veggies that I have in here. Got some nice carrots.
What?
Carrot
You're
tops
just gonna
tend to be
add
very
some
bitter,
shit?
And
That's
that's
cheating.
not one of the qualities we're looking for in our stock. So just the sweetness from these carrots. So I'm going to use these oyster mushrooms. I'm just going to pull them
What?
apart to build up that earthiness, that umami flavor since we're missing the fish sauce. Ginger, so expose that inside of the ginger. I'm going to add some garlic. You know, it adds a lot of flavor to
Let's
our
just
stock as
just
well.
make your
Who
own
doesn't love
fucking
garlic?
pho then, bro.
Garlic, I have garlic, thank goodness.
I'm just gonna slice my garlic right through the middle, and then my ginger.
Dude, what is this music,
Not actually
bro?
sure the best way to do this, but I feel like this is the right thing to do. I'm gonna be careful, I promise. Perfect. Onto the tray.
You want to expose all the surface area you can. If I throw a whole onion before I cut this, if I threw it into a pot of water, we're not really going to draw any flavor out of this onion.
Give it a nice big slice down the middle. Woo, almost lost it. Cat-like reflexes. I've never seen bigger onions, I think, in my life. So thank you, Chef King, for these giant onions.
With the mushrooms, I'm going to do the same thing.
Ads?
These giant onions.
With the mushrooms, I'm going to do the same thing. I don't want to make it too small, because if I make it too small, they're just going to shrivel up. So I want to leave them a nice size. I use half of these shiitakes. I'm going to keep these other half for another use later, which you'll see.
So now I'm just gonna nestle in all of these bones. They have what in the middle I believe to be marrow. That will hopefully cook down while they're roasting in the oven and release some of that collagen. That's what we're looking for.
I'm just gonna oil these a little bit. It's just canola oil. You know, you could use veg oil at home. I would refrain from using olive oil because olive oil has a strong flavor.
Some canola oil, which is a neutral oil. Nice generous drizzle. I'm gonna just kind of massage the oil in a little bit because I don't want anything burning. A couple pinches of kosher salt.
Some salt, not too heavy. We're just gonna lightly season it. So we're gonna roast our veg in that oven. It's around 420 right now. It's pretty hot.
All right, so my oven is preheated to 425. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these in for about 45 minutes, flip them halfway through, and then they'll be ready to go for my stock.
We're gonna check on it in probably in about like 20 minutes, maybe toss them around a little bit. Most of these are made up with a lot of water. So we're drawing water out of this, and we're also building a nice flavor on top of it.
All right. So my bones have been roasting now for 45 minutes. Oh my gosh, they smell incredible. Rose was right.
$5 Westbrook. Why do you hate In-N-Out? That shit's overrated, bro. That shit is trash. McDonald's
the
better.
interior has cooked
No
down.
cap.
So I am putting every single bit into this stock pot, even the peels. They all add flavor. Look at this garlic. Just brown and caramely and soft.
Heath down 5%,
This
just
is
lost
my
4
roasted
mil.
ginger.
Nah,
Has that
fuck it.
really bright yellow. Fatty collagen goodness. That's gonna go straight into the pot as well. That's what we want. All right, so that's, oop. Now it's time to deglaze this pan. I'm gonna just put a little bit of water and start scraping all this goodness off. What a beautiful sound. Okay, so I feel pretty good about all of that now. What a symphony. Okay.
My vegetables are out of the oven, beautifully roasted. Check out the nice color on our onions, our mushrooms, ginger, the carrots. I'm gonna fortify that veg stock and make it yummy, yummy.
Time to toast my spices. So I'm gonna add in 3 or 4 star anise, which has that really lovely kind of licoricey scent, and they look like a literal star, and I just think that's so cute.
Looks like a star, hence the name, star anise. 2 or 3 stars are enough. We don't need any oil. When we toast it, it's gonna release that fragrance, and then that's gonna add more flavor to our stock.
And then 3 or 4 cinnamon sticks, which smell amazing. I love cinnamon.
Cinnamon sticks, big guy, small guy.
And then black peppercorns, I'm thinking like a 1/4 cup. I will let these toast for maybe 5 minutes until they're a little bit fragrant.
Oh, yeah, I wish you could smell this. And these are subtle flavors you're gonna taste in that broth. I'm gonna go right into my stock pot with this, along with our veg that we roasted earlier. Remember these guys? And don't forget the little tidbits that we roasted in there. That's also flavor. We don't wanna lose that. So we're gonna deglaze this pan right now. Almost looks like tea, right? It's like a color like that.
These are literally popping. I'm gonna go ahead and just put these right into my stock pot. And then palm sugar. I've never used palm sugar. Yeah, we have a theme going today. Toss these right in.
We're gonna go on high on here. I'm gonna use the veg stock. One other thing I'm gonna add in, this is
looks like
kombu.
the small guy.
Basically seaweed. It is seaweed, not basically, it is seaweed. Packs a lot of salt, a lot of nutrients in here. I think of umami, I think of a lot of flavor. And you know what I'm missing here is fish sauce. This is a great substitute, straight out the ocean, going straight into our stock pot. And I'm gonna add some water in there. Just needs time now. We're gonna bring it up to a boil, then lower it down to a nice gentle simmer. Go about 45 minutes to an hour. We're gonna be set.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to add in my brisket and my tripe. This beautiful piece of brisket, cut of meat, I'm not sure. It's gonna go on in. I'm gonna take this honeycomb tripe. It's so wiggly. It's all flaky.
That is like actually nasty. Whoa.
It doesn't really smell like much. I think we'll be friends. I can see this happening. Now it's time to add in my cold water. If I could fit it in my sink. Actually, you know what I can do? You ever just water your tripe? This water is nice and cold though. So a couple inches above everything, I think we're good then. Time to fire it up, bring this up to a boil, and then reduce it down to a simmer and wait for 2 to 3 hours.
I thought she
We
was
have
about
our
to say
stock
days.
simmering in the background. Over
thought
here
she
in
was
front of me is
about
a
to say
pot
days.
of hot water. And here are my noodles. Standard for pho. You know, you want rice noodles. They give a...
I don't
says
know why,
spaghetti
but I
noodle.
thought she was about to say
That's
days.
spaghetti. It's rice noodles.
Okay, so it's time to do my noodles, and
You want to rehydrate them, boil water first, and then pour it on top. You don't want to keep a rolling boil while you have your rice noodles in water because they'll get a little bit gummy and sticky, and you don't want that.
I can do that. Just like Rose mentioned, all I'm gonna do is put these in this bowl. The water is like aggressively boiling, so I'm gonna just shut it off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put these into the bowl.
They're not going to get too soft. They're still going to be chewy. If it needs to be cooked any more, our hot broth in the final plating stage will definitely cook it and bring it to the point where we want it. You ever play pickup sticks when you were a kid? We're just soaking the noodles in very hot water, and we're going to let our noodles sit there until we're ready to use them.
I'm gonna go ahead and set them to the side. I have a lot of other things I need to do while this is still simmering. So this has been in for over an hour now,
Sure looks fire.
and the smell is incredible. All of these onions are starting to just fall apart. All the fat and collagen is rising to the top. You can kind of see this like oil slick happening on the top. With this cute little star anise
That shit look
bobbing
nasty.
around like a
No,
little
that's like hella
octopus.
flavor right there,
our
bro,
brisket's
no?
here. We have our tripe here floating,
Okay, the
getting
tripe
some
looks
nice
disgusting.
color. It's just a nice party going on right now. Without further ado, the king of the castle, we have our Wagyu ribeye right here. Perfectly, beautifully
Jesus Christ.
marbled meat. Give me 1 second. Sorry, blood on my hand.
So Gabby gave me some beautiful bok choy and beautiful shiitake mushrooms I saved earlier from before, and these will take the place of my sliced beef.
So I'm gonna get my pan really hot, and I'm gonna add just a little bit of
No,
oil
no.
in my ribeye for a few minutes on each side, and call it a day. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna salt it on both sides, I would assume. This
Bro.
meat, it just feels so light because of all
For
the
a
fat.
Wagyu, you don't
Here
put
we go.
oil in. You could just like cut off a little slice of fat and like
I
just
see-
oil
I
the
can
pan a
feel
little
myself
bit
beaming.
with some
We're gonna
fucking
take off
little
the
bit of
stems
fat.
and just sear these caps.
know?
I'll probably quarter the biggest one we have. We have oyster mushrooms as
If you
well.
add oil, it's
We're
like
just
too
gonna
much
take the
fat.
mushrooms
There's like
off that
just
stem.
too
We're gonna
much
sear these up
fucking
in a
fat.
nice hot pan as well. Let's season it. Some salt. Mushrooms are almost like a sponge as well, so they're gonna soak up a lot of this fat. Oil's already gone, so I'm gonna a little more. Nice caramelization. See, we have that beautiful color already on our mushrooms. The moisture is coming out of them. Now they're getting a little bit more chewy. They're jumping in the pan. They're building up. Look at that color in there. Looks like a piece of meat. Well, I think it's a piece of meat, but it looks great. And that's a mushroom.
I think it's pretty good. Time to flip it. Woo!
Looks fine.
Bok choy, you know, it's similar to beef. They both begin with B. B for bok choy, B for beef. I don't think it's gonna taste like beef, but we're gonna have really flavorful bok choy. I'm gonna sear it. So I'm gonna put it cut side down in the pan, just like how we would sear a nice steak on a really hot pan. And that'll go on top of our bowl of pho. This is good to go.
I think it's done. For sure.
Yeah. Take that off.
Oh, we're gonna do this side up. Yeah. I'm schwitzing. It's hot. It's really hot. And here is my Wagyu ribeye. I think it's gonna be perfect on top of the pho.
So I have my broth simmering here for about 45 minutes. A lot less time than what
The
Gabby's
chancy that's
cooking.
up
She
down.
has those beef bones going. You're gonna need those to be on for about 3 hours, maybe 4 hours.
It's been about 2 hours of simmering. It's time now to take out my tripe.
Ew.
And then let me find my brisket. Here we go. This brisket is definitely transformed. It's browned up nicely. You see some of the red. I'm not done with these yet. This still has another 2 hours to go. And these will be sliced up and put on top at the end.
So right now I'm gonna take my
No,
stock
not the
and
tripe,
strain it out
bruh.
through this sieve and this cheesecloth. And we're just gonna be left with a nice broth. Looks amazing. I'm psyched. I can smell all those aromatics. I smell those vegetables. So next I'm gonna put it in the pot, bring it back up to a boil, down to a simmer. All right.
Okay, so my stock has now been simmering for 4 hours. I'm going to go ahead and strain it. One big ol' saucepan full going in. This is really fun too, to be honest. Thank you, Chef King, for such a fun recipe. I've never seen such a very clear line of collagen that's resting on the rest of the stock. It's pretty awesome.
We're gonna taste right now before we season. Wow, there's a beautiful sweetness in there, and it's from the carrots, from those onions. I get hints of ginger in there, the cinnamon, all those things we added in there. There is some salt from the kombu, and also those mushrooms add that nice umami punch to the broth. But right now, to get everything well balanced, is salt. Salt brings everything together.
As if this isn't already flavorful enough, we are going to season it just a tad bit more. So we have our fish sauce and some kosher salt. And I know Rose said to not go crazy with the fish sauce.
It's really pungent, so a little bit goes a long way. So you don't want to overdo that either. Otherwise, you'll really mute some of the other fabulous flavors that you have.
I am going to add just a little bit in. Oh yeah, that is fish sauce, that's for sure. I'm gonna start with about a half a teaspoon. Let's just eyeball it.
Ideally, I'd have my bottle of fish sauce right here and go boom, boom, boom. I don't have fish sauce here. Gabby was nice enough to give me some tamari. It's soy sauce, not a typical seasoning for pho. One more for good luck. We're good.
It was so hot. I didn't think it would be that hot. Yep, it's amazing. Definitely does need some salt, a really nice fat pinch of salt. I can feel it just coating my lips. It's really awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this on low while I go and prep my garnishes so that it's nice and hot until it's ready to assemble.
I know my
Great, I
chat
have
is
all
gonna
my
say
ingredients
some
in front of me to
stupid
make
shit,
a beautiful
bro.
pho.
We are going to prep the toppings, which are truly the icing on the cake of pho.
I couldn't help myself, but fresh herbs and pho, I mean, they're like peanut butter and jelly, you know? And these herbs, basil and cilantro, weren't given to me by Gabby. But first, I'm gonna slice these onions. We're gonna have some sliced onions to garnish our pho. They're pretty thin. That broth hitting this will just, again, bring out more aroma.
I'm still not the greatest at peeling onions. I'm gonna go ahead and just start slicing this as thinly as
Whoa,
possible.
whoa, whoa.
I'm gonna add that over here onto the plate. Onion hands, nothing like it.
Nice wedge of lime. It's gonna add that acidity to our pho. Remember, it's
You gotta make sure, like,
Just
You gotta
peeling
make
onions.
sure to,
I'm gonna go
like-
ahead and just
cut the bottom. You gotta have, like, a flat base, bro. You know what I mean? Or you're gonna cut your fingers. It's, like, wobbly and shit. You know what I mean?
start slicing this as thinly as possible. I'm gonna add that over here onto the plate. Onion hands, nothing like it.
nice wedge of lime. It's gonna add that acidity to our pho. Remember, it's a really rich broth. It's sweet, it's salty, and now it's gonna be a little sour as well.
Our lemon. I'm gonna just go ahead and quarter this lemon and put a couple wedges. Okay, jalapeno. I'm gonna make some really, really thin slices as well. I think that's enough. All right, green onion. Really thinly slice these. I'm just gonna throw a handful of the bean sprouts on. Make it look fancy. Okay, so here are my garnishes, and then I will just very casually pluck a few leaves of my cilantro, and none other than our Thai basil. And I found a friend. Look who's joining us.
No, not
It's
this
our basil gnome, and I will add in my hoisin and sambal.
I think we're ready to plate.
First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at this brisket and
The fuck is
see
that?
where the grain's going, and then try and slice against that. It's like falling apart, which is exactly what I want. It's amazing to think that this has been marinating in all of that. Then I have my tripe. Just some really nice thin slices. They're kind of like noodles. They're like little thin noodles. And then the belle of the ball, we have our Wagyu. We're gonna go this. Ooh, oh my gosh. I can't wait. So fatty and delicious looking. I cannot wait. My meats are prepped.
These
Low-key
are
overcooked,
our
but it's all
beautiful
good.
noodles that
Good
have
try.
been soaking. Our bok choy. Oops. Our very meaty mushrooms. Our sliced onions.
With a nice,
Even if you overcook
generous
Wagyu, that shit is still
pile. The
stupid tender, I'm
nudes,
pretty sure.
Brisket, tripe, the Wagyu.
The Wagyu will be good.
Let's just say this is definitely not anything like what my pho looked like. I'm gonna just start ladling this magic, delicious, fatty, collagen-filled bone broth.
Oh, look at that. Now for our finishing touches, some beautiful basil,
Sadly,
bean
King better.
sprouts, some cilantro, a little hit of lime. That's our pho.
Thinly sliced onions, bean sprouts.
no clue,
jalapenos
Ecto.
in this
But thank you
little
for the sub, bro.
area. I almost said corner.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Green
Sub.
onion,
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
brother.
sprinkle all over one of my lemon wedge
Ads? What?
area.
That's actually a bad time to have ads.
jalapenos in this little area. I almost said corner. Green onion I'm gonna sprinkle all over. One of my lemon wedges over here next to that. Sprigs of cilantro. And then my Thai basil. Last but not least, my sambal and hoisin. You won't go too crazy, but I'm feeling kind of crazy. The hoisin, which I'm just gonna kind of do a little drizzle. That seems good. Okay.
The pho looks amazing. The nice char on the mushrooms and the bok choy. Beautiful bed of noodles. Gotta take a shot of this.
And this is my take on Chef King's pho. I hope Chef King thinks I did a good job. I think he'll think so, but I really hope so.
I can't wait to check in with Gabby and see what she did to my recipe.
What if King is just like, bro, that looks like shit?
I love it. I'm ready to dig in.
I cannot wait to try this. Woo.
This is a vegetarian pho. It's actually, I think it's a vegan pho, actually, right? I mean, I always take the broth first, you know, it's the, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mmm. It's so good.
I'm gonna try these mushrooms too.
No. No.
I didn't get a bite of tray. Let me try that. Mm-hmm. That's good. That's really good. The broth is, I would say, the richest broth I've ever eaten in my entire life. You just feel it.
That broth is on the spot, you know, the hit of lime at the end, the earthiness from those mushrooms, the sweetness from the carrots, the sweetness from those charred onions. The noodles are nice and chewy, just how I wanted them. The bean sprouts give it that beautiful crunch. I didn't get a piece of the bok choy. I'm gonna take some of that bok choy.
I'm gonna try a bite of the Wagyu. Okay, I understand now why it's $130 a pound. It's so tender. It's like butter. It's like butter if butter were meat.
Oops. Perfect.
Hi, Chef King. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
The day was long, but I think super well worth it. What do you think?
I love it. It looks great. I wish I could try it. It looks very good.
I wish you could too.
I'm not in my kitchen anymore, but I had to run back to the school and teach class. But I took a picture of the veg version.
Oh my gosh, it looks great. It looks like those mushrooms almost could be meat.
Yeah. What'd you think about the Wagyu, the A5? Was it like butter?
Oh, I literally said it was just like if meat could be butter or if butter turned into meat, it was that. Honestly, when you put it in this broth, I mean, how can you go wrong?
You know, the beautiful thing about pho is it has a lot of elements going on in terms of flavor, taste, and textures.
It's not like it's a crazy, challenging culinary feat. It's just time and effort and patience. So I think that I learned a valuable lesson today in that. Okay. What do you think? That's right, you're a vegetarian, I forgot. What a cat.
Jesus. Something in the way. Alright, I'm done. Thank you guys for watching, though. Yeah.